Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Pink Sock Podcast. I am your host, Mike Usenick. We have our other host, Adam Gorak, right here. How you doing, Adam?
I am doing well at 2 a.m. in the morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Did you have like a time change or something?
No, we're back to normal time now.
Okay, because I thought it was 3 a.m. where you're at usually.
Nah, it's only 3 a.m. if we're in daylight savings time, and we're back to the non-future time now.
So, do you want to talk about one of the big news current events that happened recently?
Go for it.
Let me see what you think on this. It has been announced as of a week ago, actually. Ric Flair is returning to the wrestling ring for one final match at 74 years old, I believe he is.
He doesn't look like it, but he's. I bet you every bone in his body right now is probably being replaced so many times.
Probably. But do you think that he should do it? Like, what does he have to prove at this point?
I don't know. It's wrestling.
Do you think it'll be worth it, though?
For his age?
Do you think it'd be worth watching the match?
I guess if you're a hardcore wrestling Ric Flair fan, yeah.
Yeah, but do you think he can do it? Like, should he? Because from what I read,
I reckon he could. If it's played out properly.
Since the last time he has stepped in the ring, and for those that have missed it, it has been announced that Ric Flair is returning to the ring. And I don't get it. Like, I love the man, but the last time he wrestled, between the last time and now, the man has almost died. His entire system pretty much shut down. He came back. The last time he was seen in WWE, he got attacked by Batista, couldn't really take the bump. So it was kind of like made it look like he did. So, like, is he in better shape now? Has he been working out? Because he's been medically cleared.
I don't know. If I was at his age, man, take it easy, bro.
Take it easy, man. Like, you've done it.
Just become a ring manager.
You've done it all, dude. You've won how many fucking titles?
Yeah. But, like, he's still in great shape at that age. You know what I mean?
Like, bro, like, well, the last time we saw him, he was in TNA, but for the fans that only know WWE, the last time he wrestled was against Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And that was
like,
all.
He's not as quick anymore, than what he used to be.
Even when he wrestled Shawn Michaels, he wasn't like, he was great, but he wasn't like what he used to be.
Yeah. I've seen footage pop up of him from like a couple of years ago. It's just like, dude, just stop.
Dude, his last wrestling match, which was against Shawn Michaels, do you want to guess how long ago that was?
6 years?
Longer.
10?
I was still in high school.
15?
2008.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It has been almost 15 years.
But you reckon he's just doing it for the money?
Yes and no. Yes and no, because it's one of those things where, like, you and me are also humans, if that's debatable. What you got to think of is, like, when you get older, your brain doesn't really get older. You're still in the mindset that you have been in, and you want to be able to be relevant still. But the thing is the older you get, you have to find better ways, healthier ways to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Like,
I hope it's gonna be his last match for his sake.
Yeah, because the dude, and from what I heard, it's going to be a 3-man tag. It's going to be 3 people versus 3 people. He's probably not going to be in the ring very much.
Yeah.
Which is better than the original idea. The original idea was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat coming out of retirement and wrestling Rick one last time.
Oh, man.
And you know what Ricky Steamboat said?
What?
He said, "Why would I?"
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, the last time I came back was an amazing comeback. I don't want to tarnish it by coming back for a paycheck. Because he's like, I can't do it like I used to. He's like,
they'll be still loaded, from
Yeah.
I guess merchandising and stuff like that. Maybe
And for
like if they're
anyone that
still
is,
selling merch, they're still making money, aren't they?
yeah, like he's known, he's popular, he still sells product, he's still popular. I think it's more so of a I want to still be relevant kind of thing, or I want to prove to myself that I can still do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When's his last match again? Did have they
July.
announced it? July.
I think it's in July. Now, the cool part about it is the reason why Rick chose to do this is because it's for Jim Crockett Promotions. It's the first major company he wrestled for.
Yeah,
And also, it is in Charlotte, North Carolina, where he's from.
in his hometown.
Yeah, he's going to wrestle one last time for the first major company he wrestled for in his hometown.
That would be huge.
Yeah. So it's bigger than what WrestleMania was, like not on like a level of like people that's going to be there, but I think it's better to go out in your hometown.
Yeah, why not? Is that gonna be on Raw or
No, it's not.
pay-per-view?
WWE has nothing to do with it. It's Jim Crockett Promotions. It's going to be available on StarCast. You can buy it on StarCast. For anybody that is listening right now, the reasoning why a lot of people might not be able to find this podcast at first is because we are on our official YouTube channel now and the Facebook page. Anyone that is on the old YouTube channel, well, it's still current. It's my YouTube channel. Please go over to the Pink Sock Podcast YouTube channel to stay up on everything. I knew that was going to happen. Our views are going to be kind of wonky at first. It's going to happen until we can get everybody back over. So we're going to
tell you guys. So we're not going to play it again. No.
Well, the thing is either I switch over like I did, or I stay on both channels and not get views on the channel I want it to switch to.
Yeah.
So it's all right. We're starting from scratch, but we will get there. Have you sent any messages out to people yet?
I haven't been lately because I've been busy with work and obviously I was sick. I'm feeling a lot better now.
You're good. I was sick too. That's why I'm kind of slacking. I had like some kind of a stomach bug.
Oh, really? I had just like the normal flu, just a normal cold that's been going around. It's getting colder down here now, so going towards winter.
It's starting to warm up, but it's also rainy. It's kind of like our spring right now.
Yeah.
But like I think it was a week ago, I went to bed and my dad was sick, but like I was feeling all right.
Yeah.
I got medicated and I laid down and I fell asleep. I woke up at 2. I went to bed at like 10 or 11. I woke up at 2, which 10 or 11 is kind of early for me. But I woke up at like 2:30 and I had to go. And I ran in the bathroom and just fucking, you know what I mean? Like I had the
let it all out.
Hershey squirts. Well, when it started coming out, I about puked on my lap.
Yeah.
I had to flush the toilet, do a tuck and pull. Like I had to hold in the shit, turn around and throw up in the toilet. And then I had to fucking jump back on the toilet. I was multitasking on that toilet. Like I was doing yoga, trying to shit and puke. But what was weird is like after that initial time, I just had an upset stomach. I went right to bed at 3:00 in the morning because it took me 30 minutes to get it all out of my system. I went to bed. I woke up feeling sick as shit, but not throwing up or anything. I just had like an upset stomach. So I ended up calling off work and shit. And like, now I've just been exhausted. I think I've been told that like ever since COVID, like ever since you get COVID, which I had it, you are exhausted randomly for no reason. And I've been that way ever since.
Well, someone that I work with had COVID twice.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's a creature backstage. I don't know what this is, but
who is he?
I don't know. What is this? Hello?
Is that something from Aladdin?
I don't know.
I'm a goblin, you ass.
I can show you the world.
I think it's a spammer.
Shimmering.
I will shank you.
You're gonna
think
spank?
It's a spammer. I think I might just report him.
he said that he's gonna spank me.
No, I said I'm gonna shank you.
You're gonna
thank me. You look like green today, man.
Let's just make him.
Because I'm a damn goblin.
Look at this guy. Can you put your mask on?
eat me.
If you were edible, I might.
I'll give you something that's edible.
You're gonna give me something that's edible. I got plenty at the house. How you doing, buddy?
Actually, we had our voting for the next prime minister here in Australia recently on a weekend, and I've already voted, and he won. So we got a new prime minister. The other one can go get fucked.
Yeah.
I actually voted for Australian legal to make cannabis legal in Australia. I voted for that.
Fuck yes, the only thing that's greener than me.
Yeah.
Hi,
Thought of you, Mike.
Naomi, can you do me a favor? I know you're at work, but can you send a bunch of people the link to the channel and stuff? Because I don't think everybody made their way over yet. But we got a goblin on the show.
Yeah,
he likes
some green.
He likes to goblin them nuts. Ain't that right?
Why do you have to make everything perverted?
It's not perverted. It's life. It's the Green Goblin. We have William Dafoe on the show.
Yeah, it's from like Spider-Man 50.
Do you want to promote yourself?
From the different universe of Spider-Man.
I am forever your favorite goblin.
Where's your legs?
They're in the third dimension, you know.
Okay.
So what was it like to get stabbed in the nuts by your own glider in Spider-Man?
Yeah, what was it like getting stabbed in the nuts by your own weapon in Spider-Man?
What?
Huh?
You have the wrong goblin.
Oh, I get confused. What is your?
That's racist. Not all goblins look the same.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Not all goblins look the same.
Some of them.
This guy's feisty.
I love this guy. What is Grixie, your boy VA? Is that your first name?
Yes, that is my full name. Did you not know all goblins have one name?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
The Green Goblin has two names. Green Goblin.
He's a fucking poser.
Man. So are those magic mushrooms in the back? Or are those just
you know it.
Ooh, and there's red eyes. Man, you're getting me hot. Anyway, do you want anything you want to promote there, Mr. Goblin?
Yeah, I have a Twitch. I'm gonna be making a Facebook. I mean,
he has a
YouTube and a Facebook page. Fuck it, I'm getting famous.
So Twitch, is that like you have Tourette's, Parkinson's, or is that like a website?
It's a website.
I got a Twitch. I got a friend. I actually have a friend that watches this that has Tourette's, and he's gonna love that joke.
I swear, if my hands came out of my pockets other than one purse, I would totally flip you off.
Do it.
I can't. This is the only purse my hands come out. That one.
Is that a joint?
Oh, yes, it's the ever-smoking joint.
Dude, how do you do the artwork?
It never burns out.
How do you do the artwork like that? Because I'm thinking about doing that for random cartoons on my channel.
Well, I mean, I have a buddy that does my artwork, so yeah.
What are friends? I'm just kidding. Most
friends?
Most of
my somebody passed the joint to.
Most of my friends either are too busy to really hang out or shit, or they live too far away, or they're goblins. I don't know. They're mystical creatures. I don't know what the fuck. So you
goblins are the best.
I know that you guys might not know who this is, but I think this is kind of cool. A few years ago, a wrestler died. His name was New Jack.
Yeah.
I met him in 2005, 2006, and I forgot about it until I found this. I found an old DVD of his that he had autographed for me. And
oh, yeah, New Jack. Now I remember.
Is he busted open in that?
Yes, he always bled. That's his thing. He was hardcore as fuck, dude. Nobody wanted to mess with him because there was
he was like the male version of Carrie then.
Worse. He was wrestling a guy one time, okay? This dude headbutt wouldn't sell the punches. Now in wrestling, it's called selling if you act like you're being hit.
Yeah.
This guy wasn't working with New Jack. Like he wasn't doing anything. And New Jack was getting pissed. Well, this dude headbutted New Jack and busted open his nose. New Jack pulled a fucking knife out of his pocket, headlocked the guy, and stabbed him 9 times.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that the mass transit incident? Or
No,
was that something else?
different. He's done
That
this
was a
3.
different one. Okay.
He did this 4 times.
Are you sure it wasn't part goblin?
No, the 4 times wasn't stabbings. It was just incidents where he hurt somebody in the ring. The mass transit thing was actually supposed to happen, but not that bad. What happened was this kid lied and said he's 18, but he was actually like 17, 16. He also claimed that he had wrestling experience. He walked up to New Jack and told him
that was
what
a fucking lie.
He walked up to New Jack and told him what we are doing in this match. And you don't do that to a legend. You ask the legend what we're doing. And New Jack's like, no, this is what we're doing. This is whatever. And the kid was getting really like pissing off New Jack. And the kid's like, I want to bleed. And New Jack's like, you'll bleed. So what New Jack did was he brought a medical scalpel to the ring and he cut the kid from here to here. But when it got to here, the kid, you're not supposed to move when somebody's blading you. You're not. You just let them do it because it's a small slit. Well, when he was cutting here, the kid moved into it and it sliced his forehead wide open. He about bled out to death. He had nerve damage and everything. And New Jack said on the microphone in the ring, I hope this motherfucker dies, and threw the microphone down and left.
That's such a goblin thing to say.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Check this guy.
New Jack is a postmortem official goblin.
The
He
dude,
gets the prize.
the dude did sue New Jack.
Pussy.
New Jack has been sued twice due to stabbing people. Both times he got away with it. The first time, the reason why he got away with the mass transit thing is because the kid's father, the reason why New Jack said, I hope this motherfucker dies, is because he heard the kid's dad in the audience saying the N-word multiple times towards New Jack.
Oh, wow.
And he even said it backstage. And what was really funny, though, about it, New Jack said this in his little documentary he did. Paul Heyman, the owner of ECW at the time, was called to the stands because he was there. And they're like, what did his father say? And Paul Heyman's like, can I say it in a courtroom? And they're like, yeah, you can say it. And he looked at New Jack, said, sorry, Jack. And he had to say it like word for word, verbatim, what the guy said.
Oh, no.
I'm just looking this guy up right now, and this guy's got a fucked up forehead.
He does because of blading. Blading causes scarring. That's how they bleed in wrestling.
I
They
don't
say
know how
that-
many times you take a knife to the forehead before it starts to leave marks.
You know what's worse is there's a wrestler. No, he's a piece of shit, but there's this wrestler named Abdullah the Butcher. He actually has.
I remember him.
He has so bad of scars through here that he puts poker chips in them.
But I guess New Jack wears the bandana just to cover the scars on his forehead, I'm guessing.
Yeah. He wrestled.
That's just brutal.
He wrestled for ECW, and he was actually asked to come to WWE. There was a storyline in 2005 where John Cena got stabbed, and they're going to reveal it as New Jack. But Vince McMahon decided last minute that he's probably not a good option for WWE.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, the thing is, though, is a lot of the instances where he's hurt people was all like provoked, like he was provoked by the person. Any other matches he's had was purely professional. He didn't hurt anybody. He worked with the person. That's only 4 instances of hurting somebody in like a 20-year career. That's kind of impressive.
Yes, but I feel
So there's
like
like
with a volatile temper like that, not a lot of people wanting to work with you.
True. The thing with New Jack is, though, when I met him, he was one of the nicest guys I ever met. Just don't fuck with him. He's one of those people.
You didn't call him the N-word.
Yeah, well, I kind of scared him a little bit and almost got stabbed, but that's besides the point.
So
he was.
There's like a documentary of New Jack.
There's two. There's two.
Dark Side of the Ring.
Yes, that was the most recent one. This one was the one released in 2005. The Dark Side of the Ring is more recent, and they actually cover more.
Yeah. I was just looking at it now. It's on Vice, which is an Australian streaming.
Vice is a lovely channel.
They actually interviewed New Jack one time, and they said, "How was you able to jump off of all that shit for all these years?" And New Jack, not missing a beat, said, "Because cocaine's a hell of a drug."
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Ask Rick James.
New Jack did state that he performed most of his matches high on coke. I'm like, what?
Such an idiot thing to say.
Well, you know what's crazy is he did a promo one time and they told him, "You want to get heat, you want to get heat, you want to get heat." And he's like, "Okay." And getting heat means like being the bad guy. Hi, Renee. Thanks for joining. Now they told him to get heat. He was in a hillbilly town. He's the only black guy on the roster.
That's where this is going.
This was fresh off the O.J. Simpson case.
Oh my God.
He hit the ring and he said on the microphone, he said, "I want to give a shout out to my boy OJ. It's one less we got to worry about."
He was only 58 when he died.
Yes.
But he lived a hell of a life.
He lived a hell of a life, but he also didn't look his age, which is crazy for somebody that had those drug problems.
Yeah. No, he looked good. Apart
He
from
actually
that scar
got
on his forehead.
The one thing I didn't agree with New Jack on was when Chris Benoit died, he made a video with Iron Sheik. They were all fucked up. It was Iron Sheik, Honky Tonk Man, and New Jack. And they're all fucking pulling their pants down saying, "Chris Benoit can suck my dick," and all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh, wow. I'm a goblin, and even I don't approve that.
I love you. Are you a real goblin, or do you just goblin?
No, I'm a real goblin. Look at me. Look at me, damn it.
So I feel kind of weird interviewing a goblin.
Why? You got a thing against goblins?
No, like I've never met a goblin. Like, I don't know, like, why are you so angry all the time? Soda.
Because I'm a goblin. Nobody likes goblins.
I feel sorry for our like headphone users.
I actually feel sorry for our users.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta figure the only representation we ever really get is shit like anime where we're getting killed. You'd be angry too.
I mean, I have
never show us in a nice light. Hashtag Green Lives Matter.
I mean, I have the sex appeal of a goblin. So I kind of
don't insult us like that.
I'm not. Look at you. Look cute. But what does your shirt say?
Oh, it's just my initials. Grixie, your boy.
Grixie, your boy. What is your boy your last name?
No, it's all one name. It's all first. It's all one name.
What's VA stand for though? Is that like Virginia?
Voice actor.
Oh.
What? You don't like my voice?
No, I think it's hot. I think you should do phone sex lines.
Oh God, I would make so much money.
Yeah, you would. You'd be like,
just for the entertainment value.
Give me your precious.
You want me to stick it where?
Dude, you should do phone sex lines. 1-900-GOBLIN.
Yes, I would get just as many people as Gilbert Gottfried would have.
Dude, Gilbert Gottfried should have done porn. That's where he lost his clientele.
That would have been the best porn.
I would have loved to have seen Gilbert Gottfried, Bob Saget, and Betty White in a three-way.
Why does Gorak look constipated?
Because he is. Gorak, are you having problems over there? Is there? Go ahead and promote yourself, Greg. You play guitar all the time. Come on, give us your channel.
Not all the time. I haven't really been playing as much, man. Being busy.
Come on now.
You know,
your guitar ain't even on your bed. You're depressing me. So I got a question. Greg. You said that you voted for cannabis in Australia, which is kind of weird because Australia prostitution's legal, but you can't smoke pot afterwards. But if it becomes legal,
you can share a whore with a homie, but not a joint. What the hell?
Yeah. My question is, though, Gorak, if it becomes legal in Australia, would you start smoking it?
For medical reasons, yes.
You don't have to smoke heavily. You can like smoke for medical reasons. I mean, that's what a lot of people do.
Maybe if it's like a stressful night at work.
Here you go.
Yeah. Who's ready for a busy dinner service?
Well, you know what's really fucked up about the United States when it comes to cannabis laws? Let's go right into cannabis because we cover almost the same topics every week, but different like news and shit. Oh, by the way,
the theme of this episode is green. In
By the
all
way-
different ways.
by the way, Mr. Goblin, did you hear what the news was that we covered previously? And I would like to hear your thoughts on it.
What news?
Ric Flair is coming out of retirement one final time to wrestle.
Again?
He's wrestling for Jim Crockett Promotions. The entire pay-per-view is called Ric Flair's retirement match.
Oh, what?
And
The
he has his
76th
deathbed
one?
waiting
How many
for him.
times has this man fucking retired?
Well, actually, Ric Flair only retired once. He retired at WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels. Now,
Then he
Terry,
went to TNA because he can't stay out of a fucking ring.
but it's not as bad as Terry Funk. Terry Funk
Terry
wrestled for
Funk is a fucking legend.
Terry Funk retired 3 times in ECW.
Just an ECW?
He retired 4 times in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He had his first retirement match at 40 years old, and he still wrestled until he was 70. But anyway, let's go to the cannabis thing because
Yes, my favorite topic. Greens!
I am going to be on a show.
Push.
I am going to be on a show soon. Tonight, actually. I'm going to be returning to Dabs with Dads.
Tell Matt I said hi.
I will.
Tell him I said hi and get high. Yes.
But I'm going to go ahead and promote this. I've got Dabs with Dads. I'm going to be on here soon. Tonight, actually at 9:30 p.m. And I'm also going to be on it for the next couple weeks. I might be a permanent fixture on that show.
Well, you already look like a permanent fixture on the show that just fucking side gigs this.
I got the little bud. I'm also going to be doing, I also have Audio Vein Entertainment. I do have an article. It's going to be my first article in months. Please give me any feedback you have. It's going to be posted Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be reviewing the album Battle Axe by the band $1 Billion Babies.
My people have a very bad history with battle axes.
Yeah.
Usually in our face.
But Battle Axe is
There is no chill. Only gobbling.
Battle Axe is an album that was released from the band $1 Billion Babies. It's a 1977 album. The way this album came about was in 76. Alice Cooper had split from the original band. The only one left was Alice Cooper, Vincent Fournier to be exact. Michael Bruce, Dennis Dunaway, Neil Smith and company, all the guys left and they ended up forming their own band called $1 Billion Babies. They were doing shows and they released Battle Axe. Unfortunately, this is the only album they had ever released. The band disbanded not long after that, and they ended up in 2009 reuniting with Alice for a select few shows, but they were essentially unheard of after the album because the album was pretty much a commercial failure, which I cover that on the article. Did it deserve to be a commercial failure? I don't think so, but you'll find out in the article why it was a commercial failure, in my opinion. But yeah, it's going to be on there. And also, stay tuned. I know I've been promising this for weeks. We are going to do it. It's just finding time to do it. Me and Gorak are going to be covering the new Ghost album.
Ah, yes, the ghost named after Gorak's history on Tinder.
Yes. Is that why you like the band Ghost, Gorak?
Yeah, is that why you like Ghost so much? Because it reminds you of your Twitter,
you
Twitter
green piece of
Tinder
shit.
history.
Here we go. Let's get a feud going on.
Gonna talk shit with a goblin? Good luck!
Dude, I'll smack your fucking green face right now.
I will put a stamp on your fucking forehead. Bring it!
Let's
Yeah. Then Don't mess with this guy.
That shit opens up like a fucking carnival tent. It's like a turtle.
Hi, Kitty. Thanks for
Fair
joining.
match. Me and the Grim Goblin will fight.
Love you too, Kitty. Thank you so much for at least tuning in a little bit. I appreciate everybody tuning in. But back on topic, we were just going to talk about the whole cannabis situation. What sucks?
The green guy talks about greens.
What sucks about it? About the whole. No, what sucks about the legalization? Let me finish. What sucks about the legalization thing in Ohio is, in the United States, is due to it still being federally illegal, businesses can still fire you for medicating.
Oh, really?
Even though for a lot of people, they're not getting high as fuck on it and going to work. They're just medicating enough to get through the day, which is an argument. It's just like taking a Xanax for some people. It's just healthier. So why are people getting fired for taking their medicine? You can overdose on Xanax, get all fucked up and go to work and not get fired for it. So why?
Well, I mean, years of misinformation, there's still going to be remnants of that with a lot of companies and a lot of people.
And also it's illegal in Ohio, as I've stated many times, to smoke it. You can have dry herb, you just can't smoke it. You have to smoke it in a dry herb vaporizer.
Well, my dry herb vaporizer just happens to be a sheet of paper wrapped around said dry herb. Well, and then whenever I light it on fire, it happens to have some effects.
Hold on. What I found to be a great way to get around that is this. 75
At first, I thought you weren't wearing any shorts.
Oh, I am. Now, if you want to smoke it, get a bong or whatever.
Have it.
Buy a dry herb vaporizer like this one, not the oven type one, but this one, because it's got like a car lighter in it. You can just use this to light your bong, and technically that's vaping.
It's vaping that is ran through a sheet of water first.
So it's like a pen.
Bottle of water.
Yeah, it's like a vape pen. This is just like a vape pen. I just put dry herb in it and smoke it.
Why doesn't James Bond use that?
He will. In the next movie, James Bond's gonna be a pothead. James Bond's gonna smoke
a fat fucking blunt and then forget that he's supposed to be secretive.
James Bond, there is a
thing. Oh yeah, why am I here again?
There is a thing about James Bond that happened recently that a lot of people are upset about, and it's not a racial issue, even though it sounds like it at first. So let me explain. Ooh. They want to make the next James Bond a black man, which I'm all for changing the race or whatever. Because I've
heard about that. Yeah,
let's go, Idris Elba.
James Bond is just a code name. I'm all for that. Now, the part that doesn't make sense, and I heard a Scottish comedian explain this. James Bond takes place in Scotland or in the UK, where there's not a large African American population. So James Bond can't really be hiding if he's in plain sight. Because they're gonna try to find James Bond and like it's that only black guy in the crowd. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I did hear that.
I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to remember his name, and it's killing me that I can't.
Like, I'm not saying it's a racial issue. I don't care who James Bond is.
Have you guys seen the last James Bond movie?
No, I have not. Isn't it the last one with Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
I almost said Jenny Craig.
Should actually go and watch it. I think it's like one of the best James Bond films he's done since Casino Royale.
I'll have to check it out.
I'd watch it again.
I'll definitely.
Oh wait, you're talking about Craig Ferguson. That was his name.
No,
right?
Daniel Craig.
Really?
Craig
Ferguson did a very similar.
He did
before. I swear to God, I've seen him.
He didn't do James Bond.
No, like he talked about James Bond.
He might have
incident that you're talking about again.
He might have, but the thing is
like he talked about this very issue. I was just trying to remember his name. Thank you, Google.
James Bond, though, like, it doesn't make sense to have him as a black man. It doesn't, because like,
or a female, you reckon?
Female makes sense if it like is for the area. The thing is like a lot of people want to
a female named James.
A lot. You can do it.
It's
that would have to be under 007.
Have the first ever transsexual James Bond. I'm all for that too. The thing is it's not. I would be all for it if the movie took place in America or whatever, but don't have it take place in a part of the world where a vast majority or even all of the people aren't the race or whatever of the secret agent, because then he can't be secretive or hide. That would be like the only Mexican in China trying to be a secret agent. Like it makes no sense. Where did the secret agent go? There he is. Like, you know what I mean?
Like if you stick out in a crowd, you're not going to be able to hide very well.
No.
I would like to see Machete go into the 007 phase and help him out.
Did you hear the theory? I'm going to get rid of like the logos and shit because it's over my face. But did you hear about the theory that Machete and Spy Kids take place in the same universe?
No, but I kind of want to hear this theory now.
Yeah, Machete is basically what their uncle was doing before he came back into their lives.
I gotta watch that now. Right. I love Machete.
Yes, I have to watch this in order for continuity now.
Yeah, because if you watch Machete first and then Spy Kids, it makes sense.
You know what I thought? What I thought was funny with those Machete movies.
What?
Spoil the ending.
Go ahead.
And then start the movie. Like that's how the movie starts. Like,
well, the thing is
with the ending a bit, and then it starts the movie.
Well, the thing that's cool about that though is then you have to guess how it gets to that point. Like, there's parts of the movie where you don't think it's going to actually end that way.
Yeah, that's done. That's what they've done with the two Machete movies. I thought that's hilarious.
Kind of have to watch it now.
Cool, actually, I rewatched Strange for the second time, and I actually quite liked it than the first time I watched it. Now I'm on the second one, which I've heard. I heard it's pretty good because Sam Raimi directed it, but a few people that I know that I work with seen it and said they loved it, so I'll have to go and check it out.
I'll have to check it out because I haven't been keeping up with movies very much lately.
What's that?
The most recent movie I saw in theaters was probably Jackass. Honestly, forever was the last recent movie I watched. Well, no, I take that back. I went in theaters and I saw the new Spider-Man, but that was the last two.
Yeah,
recent movies.
That was average. That one. It was good, but it wasn't good. Like,
I loved seeing Toby back.
Yeah, all three of them. Like,
the new Jackass was good.
Yeah, that's coming to Netflix soon.
Did you watch it yet?
No, I can't get into it anymore because to me it's just.
Well, if you do get a chance to watch it, there's a neat little like hidden Easter egg in the movie. Bam Margera is actually in it.
Oh, really? Yes. Like a small appearance or something.
Very small appearance. There's a scene where they're all in a marching band and they go on a treadmill. I think the third or fourth person is Bam Margera. And you can actually see Bam Margera's tatted arm grabbing Johnny Knoxville and helping him up.
Yeah.
You can see him talking in the background and shit, but like it's not a huge appearance, and he is credited in the end because he did write a lot of the wrote a lot of the shit too.
I think the last one I watched was number 3. I think
that was the last. That was the last one they did before this,
or whatever it was. I can't remember.
The last thing I watched related to Jackass was a best of clips from freaking Watch Mojo on YouTube.
See, Jackass is kind of weird because
it's been a while and I'm ashamed.
I was a huge Jackass like guy growing up because like I was interested in what the next crazy thing was. But the thing is
you were a huge Jackass growing up?
Yes. With Jackass though, like it's weird. It's weird that I've gotten older though, as I've gotten older, because like Steve-O's coming to West Virginia. And
I know, I want to see him
nearby, and like I was gonna go, but I don't know, because like the way his shows work is it's just him reenacting the Jackass shit. Like it's him saying, "This is what I used to do." Like, but the thing is, though, is about this show is I kind of really want to go because he's showing shit that's damn near illegal that they couldn't show in Jackass.
Yeah,
that he
I
did.
know, I kind of want to see it.
I want to see Dave Chappelle though. I kind of want to save my money and go see Dave Chappelle instead.
I swear.
Yeah.
I would love.
I should go and see
Dave
Chris
Chappelle
Rock when he
live.
comes to Australia.
Do it.
I want to hear him just talk about the freaking slap.
He said he's not going to discuss the slap until he's mentally ready to completely cover it in a funny kind of way. The only time he really mentioned the slap, well, he did twice, was one time his first show back on stage after that. He said, "I'll get to it whenever I'm ready." Is pretty much all he said. And then the whole Dave Chappelle thing, Dave Chappelle got speared on stage by a fan. They beat the fuck out of the fan. Well, it wasn't really a fan, but they beat the hell out of the guy.
Obviously.
And then Chris Rock actually came out and said, "Was that Will Smith?" And Dave Chappelle was like, "No, I thought it was you." Like kind of a funny thing. But that's the only two times.
Just the Facts said, "Did you know Jackass concept was started by Pantera Home Videos?"
It was. Me and actually Dan, we actually covered that. And I think that's awesome that they did that. It was actually started between a mixture of they watched the Pantera Home Videos, which was a lot of pranks. And they also watched a show called The Dudesons at the time. They found a videotape of it. So they mixed the ideas. The Dudesons was pretty much the original Jackass.
I actually remember the Dudesons very faintly, but I do remember them.
Those guys are like next level.
Yeah, the Dudesons is like Jackass, but next level. Like it's crazier. That's why they don't do it anymore very
Jackass
often.
Deluxe.
Yeah.
They don't do it very often
like
because
they're like the Godfathers.
You can actually see
shit.
the Dudesons. You can see the Dudesons in Jackass 3, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Jackass 3, there's a scene where they climb the top of a fucking palm tree and cut it down, and it's like 30 feet in the air. The Dudesons came up with that idea, and they did it. The craziest thing I ever seen the Dudesons do, which I didn't watch the footage because I believe you can find it, but there's a dude on Dudesons that's known as like their version of Steve-O pretty much. But on like next level shit, this dude fist fought a grizzly bear and lost his thumb.
That sounds awesome.
And he had fun of
goblin
it too. He
shenanigans.
was always like this.
Yeah, his thumb's
Yeah.
The Dudesons.
Wasn't there like a scene when they had like nail guns or some shit like that too? Well,
yeah, they did next level shit pretty much. Their finish.
Yeah, the finish. Yeah.
They had a show that ran from 2001 until 2016. It was on VH1 for a little bit, and then it came back in 2000. They canceled it in 2010. Then they brought it back again in 2015. They did a little run in 2010, but it's called Dudesons in America, where it was produced by Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine. It was pretty much another Jackass. So pretty much, it was on MTV too. I do believe it was on MTV. It wasn't on VH1.
It was. Yeah.
It was on
MTV in Australia.
They have a YouTube channel.
What?
They have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, they have a YouTube channel with the Dudesons. It was weird because at one time before we had what's his name, Rob Dyrdek, there was nothing but Jeff Tremaine shows. And if you don't know who Jeff Tremaine is, he was the creator of Jackass. I do believe he helped with Bam's Unholy Union. I believe he helped with Viva La Bam. He helped with the Dudesons show. He did Jackass. For the longest time, there was 5 shows on MTV, which 3 or 4 of them had Bam Margera in.
That's just how much of Bam Margera was a freaking pop culture icon.
Well, a lot of Bam Margera was in Jackass because Jackass was supposed to be a prank show, and then it went to the extreme of what CKY was. Because if you look at the cast of even the Dudesons for a while, you had Bam Margera, you had Brandon Novak, you had Jason, I forget his name, I forget his name, but you had CKY people in everything. And if you don't know what CKY is, it was
a band.
They are a band.
They're still a
they
band
were
now.
They was a band, but it started off as a show on like they would film home videos of them doing crazy shit, and it was called Camp Kill Yourself, which was featuring Johnny. It featured Bam Margera, Tony Hawk was in it.
Wait, Tony Hawk was in it
for a few episodes. Yeah, a few videos. Because the way it used to be, it wasn't.
He was even on the He was even on the Haggard movie, which I loved.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with CKY is at that time it wasn't a TV show. They did home videos and sold them as such.
Yeah.
And it had, and each videotape had like different stunts and shit. Well, Brandon Novak was a popular one on there. So they had a bunch of people that just kind of went to Jackass. And it is rumored right now that Bam Margera, once he gets his shit back together, they are going to be releasing a CKY movie.
Yes.
Well, apparently, he's 1 year sober. He announced it or something like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Congratulations.
And it's going to feature the original people. It's going to feature Jesse Margera, Brandon DiCamillo, Rab himself, Rake Yon. It's going to feature the original cast. And they're going to have, like, of course, a dedication to Ryan Dunn. Because he was not a Jackass guy at first. He was a CKY guy that went to Jackass. And it was very arguable. Do you guys think that Ryan Dunn would have been in the new Jackass movie if Bam wasn't?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. He definitely would have been.
I don't think he would have.
What?
No.
Ryan Dunn and Bam Margera was like this. They were inseparable. And I highly doubt Ryan Dunn would have done the Jackass movie without Ryan in it. Especially without Rab himself in it, without any of the CKY people, because all them guys were going to be in it and they all quit because Bam was fired.
Yeah.
So I think it would have kind of followed that kind of theme, in my opinion.
You remember the Wild Boys?
Oh, I love the Wild Boys.
Yeah, same. I used to watch a couple episodes when it was on MTV. Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool.
I really liked Manny.
I was muted.
Yeah, the hippie look.
I really loved the Wild Boys. I think wasn't it Steve-O that put the freaking stakes in a thong and tightrope walked across the freaking pit of alligators?
I do believe that was Chris Pontius that did that.
It was Chris Pontius that did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was one of them?
I'm having flashbacks of that now.
Wild Boys.
You're welcome.
For those of you that don't know what Wild Boys is, it was a nature-themed Jackass TV show with Steve-O and Chris Pontius with a guy named Manny Pugh, who's pretty much their version of Steve Irwin. Manny Pugh is actually a really cool dude. I met him during the days of MySpace. I just randomly...
Oh God, I just aged 50 years.
Well, the thing is I miss MySpace because unlike Facebook, there was no pages. Everybody had to make their own profile. So like celebrities and shit was easy to get a hold of because you just send them a personal message and whether or not they answer is up to them. So like I would just at 14 years old, just mass message like different people that just to try to make friends. I didn't care about their celebrity status. I just wanted to make friends and try to get my own name out there because I've been wanting to do shit like this for years. So like I reached out to Manny and all kinds of people and like I got to talk to like New Jack.
MySpace was like the shit. Like that was like a great way of connecting to bands.
Yeah,
and they would like reach back out to you.
Yeah, I was friends with a lot of bands on there. I was friends with a lot of like I met Diamond Dallas Page through there.
I even started a Ryan Roxie MySpace page. Like a fan page for Ryan Roxie for like Aussie fans.
Yeah.
That I made like 20 years ago or some shit.
Well, the thing is with me though, is I've never made fan pages for other people. Like I've been a fan of a lot of people. Like I belonged to Sick Things for the longest time. Back then they used to Sick Things used to have like trivias, and if you answered all 5 questions right that they would ask once a week, you'd win something.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And I was
But
always this close.
Isn't MySpace now just more of just music promoting?
Yeah, it was
not even music promoting. It was just like a general arts type of deal. Last time I checked, like they had like photographers and like painters and stuff on there too.
So it's like a PG version of OnlyFans.
When it was first bought, and yes, Tom sold it to Justin Timberlake.
Really? I didn't know that.
Justin Timberlake wanted to make it a music sharing type website, like stick to the original MySpace shit, but make it more music based. So it was like music streaming and shit, which was a great concept. It had a lot of great potential, but its name was already ruined by this point that he didn't have very many people on there. He couldn't really afford to fix the, what's that called? He couldn't fix the mindset. Networking. He couldn't fix the mindset people had towards MySpace because everybody went to Facebook. So I think Justin Timberlake then sold it to somebody else, and it's still there, but I don't think it's ever going to reach the potential it did without a bunch of promotion. Like
MySpace was cool. I really enjoyed it.
Like somebody needs to like get on the nostalgia aspect, change MySpace like back to the way it used to be, but more of an updated version, and then promote the fuck out of it. But I don't think anybody has that kind of money.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing we have anymore is that to the original MySpace is that weird website called Space Hey. I ended up making myself a profile just, because why not?
Well, there's a lot of them. Like there's, I think, Friend Space, Space Hey. There's a lot of them, but none of them have the financial backing to really promote the way that MySpace did. Because MySpace,
I was really huge on MySpace. That was great to meet new people.
MySpace was a new concept back then. There wasn't any social media websites when MySpace came around.
Yeah, this is like way before Facebook.
Yeah, and Facebook, when it came around, it was completely different than MySpace. So like it kind of took MySpace out of the waters. And then now that we're all on Facebook, Facebook has changed so much. We miss MySpace. I miss having... If Facebook would allow you to have a background for your profile or have your own personal profile, have like music on your profile and shit like MySpace did, I think Facebook would thrive again.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But, not Tom. What was his name? What's a jackass that owns Facebook? What's his name again?
Mark Zuckerberg. Now,
fuck Zucker, fuck!
Tom does have Tom of MySpace does have a Facebook account, and he does have, I do believe, stocks in MySpace, not MySpace, but Facebook. You know what would be poetic justice?
As if Tom bought Facebook.
Tom bought Facebook. Now, Tom has stated multiple times he wants nothing to really do with social media anymore, on like an owning type level.
Good.
Because he's already
loaded.
He's made his money. He doesn't give a shit.
He's retired. He's pretty much retired at this point.
I'm pretty sure he retired as soon as he sold MySpace.
MySpace, I don't know how much it's sold for though.
Do you guys remember Bebo?
Bebo, yes, It's still around. I think.
Yeah, that was cool.
What the hell is Bebo?
You can. It's another social network site. But you can actually draw on your friend's wall and leave like artworks and drawings and shit.
I'm looking it up cool. Now.
That's neat.
Yeah, okay. that was cool.
Do you want to throw out a guess on how much? Now, Tom didn't sell MySpace to Justin Timberlake. Somebody else did. It was bought by somebody else. Do you want to guess without Google how much Tom sold MySpace for in 2005?
250 million.
Nope. Do you want to guess, Goblin?
I'm not even going to take a guess because that's
$580 million.
That was close.
Double what you said.
Yeah. Close.
I was just saying, I know it would have sold for a lot because it was her.
But that dude would be set for life.
He saw that he was smart enough to see that Facebook was going to take over, and he sold it while it was still worth money.
Yeah,
smart man.
And now he's set for life forever. You know,
Pretty much. I mean, if he lives a
If he
cheap
has-
life,
Is he married? Kids?
I don't know because he's very private. But the thing with Tom, though, that if he
I
sold
find
it,
it
for,
ironic that the man who created one of the biggest social media platforms in the world is very private.
if he sold it for, well, you only pictures you've ever saw of him was his MySpace profile picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
it was just like rat or something like that.
Like occasionally he will show up in places. For instance, this is kind of cool.
I'm pretty sure Tom was like everybody's friend on MySpace. Even
was.
Yeah,
when
he
first
literally
started out.
added everybody.
Yeah,
was.
everybody that joined MySpace, he would add you as a friend.
Yeah, he was an automatic friend. It was programmed that way. He was your first friend on MySpace because he believed that nobody should be without a friend at first.
Yeah.
Now, Tom does make random appearances. Like, I'm not saying that he's completely private, but I think he's really private about his life. Because I've seen pictures of him with like Alice Cooper. I've seen pictures of him with like celebrities and shit, but I don't know. But
I guess that's a good way too. Like for someone that's had one of the biggest social networking in the world, selling it for that amount of money, he wanted to stay private, wouldn't he?
well, for 580 million, if you live a normal, not like a rich life, like you live like you buy off like in a trailer or whatever you want to live in, and you live a very like cheap life, a happy, cheap life, you can live for the rest of your life on $580 million.
Easy. Unless if you're one of those gamblers that will just spend everything, then go broke.
Like you can live.
That has happened.
You can live comfortably from 2005 until now on $580 million and still have money left over.
Yeah. You know, and like even if he has kids, you know, and something happens, his kids are set for life too. You know, that's the same with Elon Musk with his kid.
Now, Tom is still worth money, but he's not
Really?
he's not worth what he was worth in 2005.
Oh, obviously.
According to his estimated net worth, he is worth $60 million.
Nice. For not doing anything in years.
Well, he might be doing shit that I don't know of.
He probably is, but keeping it private.
Yeah, because he might have stakes in Facebook. Like he might have stock in Facebook. He might be smart and he sold Facebook and turned around and just put stocks in everything else.
Maybe he's coming out with something better and new, something new and better.
He's a member of as of 2012, he's a member of something called Rocket Frog Interactive.
What?
Rocket Frog Interactive. It is actually an online gaming system. That all those casino games that you can get on your phone and shit.
Yeah, all those scam games. Yeah.
They're not scam. They're casino legit. Like you don't win anything, but you go on there and you play the casino games. He is a part of that. He's also a member of, I don't know what else, but he has a large stake in like the casino games. He also is, he's just in that. I don't think he's in it to make a bunch of money anymore. I think he just wants to survive. But the thing is he's also making, what's that called? When you make money off of something that you created, if it's mentioned.
Royalties?
Yeah, he gets royalties and shit.
Yeah, as many times as we've mentioned MySpace in this, he's probably gotten at least $20-$30 out of us.
No, because we're not making we're not making money.
Yeah,
if we had what I mean by that is the way you make royalties is like, let's say a song is really popular and MySpace is mentioned in it. If Tom wanted to, now he doesn't own MySpace anymore, but if his name's mentioned, like Tom from MySpace, he can get a piece of that.
So this is one of the times that we're really happy that we're broke and not making any money off of this.
Well, the thing is, I don't think he actively goes after people like that. It's free advertising for him at this point.
Man, you keep over-explaining my jokes and ruining them. What the fuck, man?
I mean, if your jokes were funny, I mean, I wouldn't explain
Oh.
Hey, not every fucking joke has to be. Look at me. So eat me.
Man, I love roasting people. Just the facts. Used to do web PR for Damage Plan. That is amazing. It's okay, Little B. It's better late than never. And the only time that it's bad being late is on a pregnancy test, unless you want a kid. You know, people say you're supposed to remain positive in life at all times, but I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to remain positive while you're awaiting an AIDS test. Now,
Not at all.
Now that's a joke. You said you like roast style humor there, so okay. Tom from MySpace's names are Tom from MySpace, MySpace Tom, and my friend Tom, or just my first friend. Now,
you reckon
MySpace
I can make a movie about this MySpace with Tom?
Yeah, you know what's weird though is Tom wasn't the only person that founded MySpace.
Ooh,
why is he the only one ever mentioned?
Because the other guy, I don't think, wanted to be mentioned. The co-founder,
he fucked up, didn't he?
The co-founder of MySpace was Chris D. Wolf. He was
Chris
the
D. Wolf?
He was the CEO of MySpace until 2009.
Neat.
And then he became a video game developer.
Any notable games?
However, he also created other websites other than MySpace too.
Again, any notables?
He created Zeitgeist, which had the elements of City Search and Match.com.
Never heard of it.
It's instant messaging. It came out before MySpace. It was it's actually arguably the first ever social media platform, but MySpace was the first popular one. He also had a hold on, let me find it. He leads Jam City, which created games such as Harry Potter, Hogwarts Mystery, Cookie Jam, Panda Pop, Disney, Emoji, Blitz, and Family Guy, The Quest for Stuff.
Out of all of those, I recognize two of those names.
Which ones?
Family Guy, Quest for Stuff, because I saw so many advertisements for it. It was like literally spamming my freaking YouTube. And then, what was the other ones?
The other ones was Harry Potter, Hogwarts Mystery.
Nope.
Panda Pop.
Nope.
Cookie Jam.
I think I heard that one.
Disney Emoji Blitz, Futurama Worlds of Tomorrow. Family Guy, another freaking mobile game. Frozen Adventures, Vineyard Valley, and World War Doe. Which World War Doe is, I have no idea. I thought it was going to be a Simpsons game, but I guess not.
World War Doe!
Sounds like it.
I'm doing good. How you doing, Royce? Royce is in the chat. He's in his house. I've been meaning to go on his show on Sundays, but he has them on Sundays when I work till fucking midnight. His show comes on at like 10.
You want to know the great thing about being a goblin? You just hang out in a fucking cave all day. Don't need to do shit.
Is that what that is? A cave?
Yes. It's my cave.
Doesn't look like it.
Admire my mushrooms.
I mean,
admire them.
I knew a girl that had a nice cave and it was full of mushrooms.
Two totally different caves, man.
Why is it full of mushrooms?
Because we need decoration.
Dude, you need to start smoking more pot. You need to calm down.
Yeah. Dude, you need to chill.
I'm actually 10 times worse without it.
I'm going to
I've gone down 5 octaves.
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning here for me, and all I hear is this shit.
That sucks.
You calm now?
Kind of.
Okay, I'm gonna promote now. Tonight on Dabs with Dads, I'm gonna be returning to that show tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be discussing all things cannabis related. And it's really ironic.
And dads.
It's really ironic because Matt asked me to be on the show more often. And he's like, I want you on the show because it's ironic. You talk like you're you. And the fact is like, I don't dab and I'm not a dad. So I'd be the non-dab and non-dad on the show. Do you like my necklace, by the way?
Yes, I love it.
So I've never really gotten into dabs, but I remember when it was first a thing, it looked like people was doing meth because it was like this fucking glass pipe thing, and you took a blowtorch to it. I'm like, it's too much like meth. I don't think I want to try that. I don't think I want to try that.
So you got to be on Dabs with Dabs.
Yeah, Dabs with Dads for me right now. So far, I'm going to be on there
On
every
Facebook?
month. It's on YouTube.
On YouTube now?
It's on YouTube now because Facebook is being assholes about the whole cannabis and all that fun shit.
You morons.
Hell, we might be moving full time to YouTube. I don't know yet.
Get you some Giggle Bush.
But with Dabs with Dads, I'll get you the channel. I'm going to put it in the chat because I want you guys to follow them too. And please follow our channel. I know it's hard. I put dabs. I typed in Dabs with Dabs. I'm fucking stupid.
Dads with Dads.
But Dabs with
be like a gay porno site.
Dads with Dads. It's in the chat. You guys can go ahead and go over and like that and subscribe to that. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate the fuck out of all of you. You guys are amazing. And the only thing I really got going on in my life right now is I've got Dabs with Dads. I've got this podcast. I do have Audio Vein Entertainment. I'm going to start doing shows with them once I get a photographer. So if anyone out there wants to do photography with me in the area that I live in, tickets for the shows are going to be covered. The only downfall is we won't know for sure if we're going to cover the shows till 2 weeks before the show. But if it's a show that I really want to do, and like I tell you, we're going to do it, even if you won't be able to photograph the show, I will cover your tickets. But if the tickets aren't sold out, if not, I'll take care of you one way or another. But I need a photographer because our shows will be covered and you can do the pictures. I'll do the interviews. If the interviews are done, I'll cover the show, review them, and I'll use your pictures. You'll get full credit. I'll put your link up in the review, all that fun shit. I got a lot of shit going on, Greg. We're going to still try to do Pink Sock reacts on top of everything else I'm doing. But Pink Sock's not going anywhere. I'm just adding it to my repertoire of shit that I'm doing.
We're all busy people.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get my name out there because I'd like to eventually make it doing something. And I'm going to try to get Audio Vein Entertainment back out there. I haven't been doing anything with it, but I need a photographer in order to do it because that's just the way publication companies work. If you're interviewing the band or you're there to review the show, they won't give you a media pass. You got to buy the ticket. But if you're there with a photographer and you're interviewing or you're reviewing the show, then you get a free ticket because the photographer is allowed up front taking pictures and shit. That's just how that works. Hi, Caitlin. Thanks for joining. And I just noticed in the chat, Royce stated, Rachel the Music Ma'am has returned as Rachel's ghost. Rachel the Music Ma'am was a pretty big YouTube channel that we supported that got taken down due to too much sexually explicit jokes or content, which people are like, aren't you worried, Mike? Not really, because I adapt and overcome. If it comes to that point, if we get taken down, if anything like that happens, I'll create a new show or I'll just bring Pink Sock back under a different umbrella. You can't stop me.
You can't stop the sock.
You can't stop the sock. That's going to be on a shirt.
You're welcome. Give me my royalties.
Fuck you up.
I'm kidding.
I'm also gonna get a shirt for everyone that has been on the show called "Thank You for." It says "Thank you for coming on my pink sock." And on the back, it's going to have all the podcast information. So I'm going to try to send them out as soon as possible.
I'll be waiting for my pink socks, sir.
We also have the Twitch link for Mr. Grixie. It is right
watch
here.
Me play Magic later.
He's going to be playing Magic. He's going to be playing Magic the Gathering. I'm going to make my own game called Witchcraft the Ungathering. Where it's an online game. You don't gather, you don't meet in person. You just play online. Did you hear about the new virus going around? It's spreading throughout Europe.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Yeah, we got it down here.
That stuff looks so painful.
It says
pictures.
They said that the way that it is spread is it's another form of STD.
That's what I've heard too. And we had our first case of it in here in Australia. Some lady from Victoria came back from overseas and she had it.
See, this is why I only I've had my one night stands. I'm not going to lie, but that's why the older I get, the more I won't have sex with somebody if I'm not necessarily dating them or I don't know them. Like if I'm friends with somebody and it goes that way, then yeah, if I trust them, but I won't have sex with anybody I'm not friends with or not dating. Perhaps my list of people I've had sex with, I can count on both hands because I'm not that kind of person. Like, yeah, I've talked sexually with a lot of people, but I've not had sex with a lot of people because you got to be careful because of shit like monkeypox and oh my God.
Well, they say that it's not really as bad as COVID. So,
it's really hard to have sex as a goblin. Nobody wants to fuck us, because everybody gets intimidated by the giant expanding carnival tent penis.
That's
seriously why, just look up a turtle. You'll have a good reference.
That's why STD. I'm safe. I'm safe too. My sexual. I'm not even
It's hard to get women in your cave.
Well, the thing is with me when it comes to even dating, and I'm very open about this, is I don't even try anymore. So therefore I don't really have a sex life right now. I have a high sex drive. I just don't act on it. Yeah. And even if I like somebody or I want to be with somebody or I see somebody that way,
so I don't really. That's why your walls are so white.
Yeah, I don't really tell people if I would date them because the thing is I don't start developing ideas of dating somebody till I start getting to know them. I find them attractive, but I don't date somebody unless I want to be with them forever. And by the time I'm really close to somebody in the regards of I would date them, we're basically friends. And I'm such a chill person that a lot of women, if you bring it up, you're hey, I would date you if given the chance or whatever, they think that's the only reason why you're friends with them because that's how a lot of people are. And that's not the case with me. I'm cool with just being friends. You can find a friend attractive or really cool, or you would date them if given a chance and not act on it.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't really tell people or women that I would date them unless they bring it up to me or unless it's something that they would want, because it's just easier for me because a lot of people think that that's the only reason you're friends with them because you want to have sex with them. And no, that's not the case for me. So I just kind of, I lay down, it kind of sucks because I don't know how to communicate to somebody that I like them when I get to that point. So I just keep quiet unless something we get close or we cuddle or whatever, unless shit happens, but I'm never the one to initiate. And it's kind of weird as a guy. That's why my sex life is non-existent. My dating life is non-existent because I don't really say, hey, you want to go on a date? I say, hey, you want to go out to eat or let's go out to eat together or whatever and see where it goes from there.
Royce,
hold on.
I thought I was bad.
Royce said I don't have any dates because I have a pink sock.
He also said that he pegged you as a serial rapist.
I'm not. No.
Yeah, this man obviously doesn't know a lot about goblins.
I love you, Royce, and that was a good one.
I'm trying to break that stigma.
But I don't know. I don't know. Dating's always weird to me because I have confidence. That's not the problem. The problem for me is I don't have enough. I don't have enough confidence to believe that person would ever see me the same way.
Yeah.
So I just assume that I'm the only one because they're not really showing any signs of that. And I have this weird PTSD thing to me where like I talk a lot and I message a lot and I check in on people a lot. And like I start to feel that I'm being annoying when I go over to their house a lot. So I just stop. And that's how I am with a lot of friends of mine. Like I have a buddy who I've been friends with for years. And like I used to go to his house all the time and everything. And then I started feeling like I'm being way too annoying. So now I only see him like maybe twice a year.
Well, don't worry. You're always welcome in my cave, my friend. Come visit.
Thank you. I will explore your cave anytime.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
There's a lot of tunnels. You got to be careful. You get fucking lost in there.
See, like my thing is like a lot of people are like, what your issue is you're lacking confidence. And I hear that a lot. And I'm like, it's not, it is, but it's not. Because when I look at myself in the mirror or I look at myself in recording, I think I look all right. It's when I'm walking around throughout the day and I can't see myself when my confidence sucks. Because I go back to the nobody wants you, nobody wants to be with you kind of mindset. And you're just annoying and all that, the voices of like my past. And I'm trying. It's a hard step. But the thing is that's good about doing a podcast is I can be honest with myself. And I can be honest I can be open because I love being open about how I am. Not because I'm going through shit right now or because this is how I feel right now or anything like that. I want other people to know that they're not alone. Because there's a lot of guys and a lot of girls out there that are just like me. And a lot of people out there think they're alone with having these feelings, and it's not true.
Just the facts said they like your goatee.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan.
He looks like a GTA character.
That's what I've been told.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City, baby.
I look like the guy you buy drugs off of in GTA.
Yeah, you do actually. Or like rips out his jacket. He has like the drugs in one hand and like watches and necklaces in the other.
Fuck yeah, America.
He'll sell you a tab of acid and a knockoff watch for real cheap.
I had somebody message me the other day, and if they're listening to this, they're probably going to get a kick out of this because I'm going to make a little joke out of it. Because I look like this, I'm aware I look like this. I'm aware. Sometimes throughout the day, I imagine myself as an uglier version of this, but I'm this. I'm aware what I look like. I get asked at concerts all the time, and I get asked in private messages sometimes. Hey, Mike. Okay. Yes. Do you know where I can get acid? Or do you have acid or cocaine or whatever? And I have to explain to them that though I look like this, I'm not the guy that hands out acid at a Grateful Dead concert. I'm not that guy. I have weed, but like I don't have acid.
They're probably like high off their fucking face when it's you know when they say this to you.
See, I'm not that way though, Royce. Favorite construction song: get it in, get it up, get it in, get it off, get it raw hide. Don't try to understand them. See, like I'm weird. I'm not the type of dude that just wants to sleep around. I want love. I want legit connection. I want to get to know people. Like I want to know and understand people.
He wants to be your daddy.
If I had if I put myself out there and wanted to, I could probably be an absolute man whore, but I don't.
But
no.
He wants to be your daddy.
Don't worry, Mike. You're only my man whore.
Now there are girls that have approached me. Well, women, not girls, women that have approached me and like we've talked sexual and shit. Like it's happened. It happens. But I've never met up with them or did any of that shit. And like I talked to them trying to get to know them, and most of them I'm still friends with. One of them wasn't really that mature, which was kind of weird. She would talk sexual to me, but like I've explained to her several times that like you live far away, we can never do anything with this. And like I'm not really interested in that. Like, it's fun. It is. It's fun, but it's not something that I would be interested in. I'm not interested in her like that. So I told her, like, let's stop with the sexual shit. Like, it was great in the heat of the moment, but let's stop. Well, she blew up on me. She was like, I hope you never find love and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
She was really mad that you didn't want to giggity her geschmoigen.
She lives in like another country. Like,
yeah, so
well, there you go.
Mad about it.
And I told her from the get-go, I'm like, distance would be an issue. Like, I'm not into that. Like, so I tried being friends with her. And then, like, randomly one day, she just blocked me on everything. I'm like, I get it. Like, some people can't handle knowing that somebody doesn't see them like that. Or it's not an attractiveness issue. It's more of a connection issue. Do you two connect on a mental level? And if I don't connect with you on a mental level, if it's just sexual, I lose interest. I don't want just sexual. I want an actual connection with somebody. Does that make me weird as a male?
Oh, no, that is actually totally understandable.
Because, like, lot of men,
females can be like that too. So
a lot of men I know are like, just like, have sex. And if there's a connection there, then yeah, we'll date. Like, I'm not like that. I want to, like, I get connected too easily. Like, I'll have sex with a woman and then she'll want to hang out again. And then I start getting connected. I get attached. So I try to avoid that.
Amen, my human brother.
Like, hell, a lot of people that I have, like, had a connection to and have had a liking to, like, some of them I haven't dated. Some of them I probably wouldn't date because they don't want it, or it just wouldn't work because we were better off as friends. But I understand and respect that. But the thing is like, a lot of the people I've had that connection with, I've never had any sexual connection with. And I think it's more attractive to me to get to know somebody, their darkest voids of their life, and getting to know them in that regards is a lot better than any sex you could have with somebody. Because if you do get to that point, you know it's going to last a while because you already know the darkest depths of that person, instead of jumping into something and then getting to know them. You know what I mean? I would rather date my best friend than a girl that I had just met and went on a date with.
Hey, man, listen, I love you, brother, but not like that. Come on.
Not you. I meant, like...
Oh, wow, okay.
You're not my type. Like...
Oh, what? You got a thing against the greenskins?
No,
yeah, lives matter.
I got a problem with your foreskin. It looks like a fucking tent. I don't want to, like... live in
makes
that.
It's really cozy to cuddle up in at night, man. It's really, really warming. You know, you just got to move the smegma out of the way.
The smegma? Is there any topics you guys would like to cover?
Oh yeah, choke on it harder.
I'm ready for bed.
Because I'm about ready to call it quits so that Gorak can sleep. I'm going to go out throughout my day and do some shit that I need to do. I might have to hit the dispo later, get my medicine before I go on Dabs with Dads. But guys,
you should stop by and hang out for a few. Say hi.
I will. But the thing, I got shit I got to do. So if you don't mind hopping in my car and joining me on adventures, then more.
Oh no, just give me time to get showered first. You know,
you're a goblin. Goblins don't shower.
Yes, we do.
No, they don't.
No, you don't.
That is a harmful stereotype.
Where do you shower at?
In the cave dripping water. I mean, you know, you just got to dodge the bat shit.
How are
otherwise, the water is very clean.
Mineral
water.
How are you showering, though, if you do not have soap, you do not have shampoo, you do not have conditioner, you are just in a cave all the time? How do you possibly
Do you think we don't hunt animals?
So you wash yourself in blood, but that's not cleaning yourself.
No. Did you not
Come on now, you're not Jason, okay?
Now, technically, you could clean using herbs and spices and shit, but it's not the same.
What do you think soap bars are made of? Animal fat, herbs, and different smell goods.
But you can't.
At least old soap was. Look up your historical facts.
Yeah, but you're not a soap making goblin.
How do you know what goblin I am?
Because I've been to your house. You're a weed smoking goblin. You're not a soap making goblin.
Listen here. You son of a bitch. Stop spreading those harmful stereotypes.
Not a stereotype.
You know what? You're an asshole.
I know.
That's nothing.
But I love you, and we can have a nice, calm.
Yes, Caitlin. I will get him. I will get him back for spreading the goblin misinformation.
So
come see my Twitch.
What are the yellow things in the background though?
Yellow things?
Yeah, the yellow circles.
Oh, those are illuminating mushrooms. Magic! Different type of magic.
So are those your dogs caged up in the background?
No. I'm not sure what they are. I just prefer not to look at them. I prefer to act like they're not there.
They're kind of creepy. But we're going to get off of here.
My sleep.
We're going to get off of here. Go like, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. We have a lot of things coming up. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is just Mike Usenick. Subscribe to the Twitch account for the Goblin. Subscribe to Adam Gorak. He's on Instagram. He might be doing covers soon. Are you going to be doing covers soon or no?
Maybe. When I get time. I've just been too fucking busy, bro.
You're good, bro. We
all I want to do on my days off is just rest.
We should do an Instagram live soon once you get chance.
Yeah, man.
But I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here every week, Gorak. Thank you for showing up, Goblin. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing to me.
Grixie, your boy.
Thank you to everyone that has joined the chat. Thank you, everyone, for each and every week. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like, I appreciate all the love, all the support.
He meant it on the bottom of his nuts.
I mean it from the bottom of my nuts because my nuts have more love than my heart. I mean it. You guys are amazing. And thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next week. Remember, as always, live long, rock hard.
Bye, everybody.